Hello, this is James Cluggson, and once again, welcome to Cluggys Corner. At this point in time, we have one story that comes in on several different sites, both in the Dallas News and the Associated Press. I'm going to read the story from the Associated Press, and this one's written by Michael. Is it Gaczyk? Graczyk, and he's with the Associated Press. Updated it about 2 hours and 46 minutes ago. This is all happening in Livington, Texas, and this is the story. The header on this story is that Texas inmate prepares for third trip to death house. Imagine that. This is his third trip to there. Twice over in the past year and a half, Cleve Foster has come within moments of being executed. By the way, during this particular story here, I will be using this name. I am going to do something I don't normally do. I am going to include a picture of him within the video, okay, that I'll save and put it in this particular system. And I'm going to do that for right now. Okay, now, here's the story in Livingston, Texas. What Cleve Foster remembers about his recent brushes with death is the steel door. The last one condemned Texas inmates typically walk through before their executions. You can't take your eyes off that door, he says. But twice over the past year and a half, Foster has come within moments of being escorted through the door, only to be told by the U.S. Supreme Court had halted his scheduled punishments. On Tuesday, Foster, who's 48, is scheduled for yet another trip to the death house for participation in the abduction and slaying of a 30-year-old Sudanese woman. They gave her name, but I'm not going to do that. And this crime done with her was done a decade ago near Fort Worth. It just takes under an hour's drive to west from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice Pulaski's unit, where the state's male death row inmates are housed, to the Huntsville unit, where the condemned Texas prisoner has been put to death for nearly a century. Lots of prisoners. The last 485 have been by lethal injection. The first 361 from 1924 through 1964 from the electric chair. Now, if you add that up, folks, that's 846 prisoners have died since 1924. That's a lot of prisoners. There's more to the story, and I'll leave a tip into this situation. But here's the deal on this. As you read into the story, Morris's prosecutor says DNA ties him to the killings, and that he gave contradictory stories when questioned about Pell's death. That's the last name. I didn't mean to give that to you. But anyway, I'm looking at this man. And a picture of him anyway. If you want to read it, you can read it on your own time. I'll leave the link for it. But this guy here was convicted of the killing of this woman. And he was definitely there in the participation of the abduction and slaying of 30. I don't know if he actually killed the woman. But seems to be pretty solid evidence that he was definitely participating in it. And for that I have to say, you 48-year-old piece of shit. You went out of your way to abduct some woman nearly a decade ago, and she ended up dead because of your actions. Sorry, pal, you need to be executed. For the simple fact of the deal is, We want people to understand whether you participate in the killing or not. If you have participation in an abduction of anybody, any personal person whatsoever, you deserve death. Now that's the only way you can deal with this type of situation, because if you don't deal with this type of situation in that manner, and you don't tell these people you deserve death because you participated in an abduction of a woman. Yeah, and she was later found dead because of actions that you did. Now, of course, the first 2 times he went in before there, the Supreme Court said, no, we're not going to kill him today. I don't think he's going to get that call again today. But he has different lawyers again, and he's trying to claim that the first set were incompetent, and maybe this last one will definitely get him in there. But they need to get rid of him. Seriously. If there's one man that needs to die, it would be him. Sorry, pal. Because of your actions, another woman is dead. And that's all there is to it. But stick it out. Get that last meal you seem to like so damn much. Because I got news for you, pal. You don't deserve to live. You get upset when you listen to these people and they kind of claim that they deserve everything. They don't deserve anything. They deserve death. Now, of course, the man may be innocent. Alright. I'll go as far as to say that he could be innocent. If he can't prove himself to be innocent, at the very least, there is DNA evidence in and around the area. So whether he participated in it, he sure as hell did turned a blind eye to it. He knew what was going on. Still deserved death. See, that's the problem with America today. We got too many fucking people out there who doing these crimes that all of a sudden you got these liberals out there saying, oh no, let's save him. No, these people deserve death. Let's put them away permanently. Get him out of the taxpayer system. He's been in the system for 10 years. It's time to wrap this up. Think the taxpayers played enough. The only thing about this thing that's going on is that you can be damn sure that when it comes right down to it and somebody else gets abducted and people want to try to help with this type of abduction, they'll know for a fact that they face death. Whether they participate in a manslaughter or not, they face death. Maybe this will stop that shit. I don't know. We're going to find out. Hopefully Tuesday, the motherfucker's dead and we don't have to worry about his story anymore. If not, I'll give you an update. This is James Clugston with Cluggys Corner. Many good things to you and yours, with the one exception, Mr. Foster. I hope you choke on your chicken. Thank you very much. Goodbye.